Hi, welcome. Happy Friday. Woohoo! I don't know about you, but I'm glad to see it. Not that it's any different from any other day. It just, I don't know, Friday evokes a happy feeling, right? Okay, I found the video. And I actually got it going. Looks like we're in like Flynn. Whoever Flynn is. And why is he so in? That's what I want to know. Okay, I've got a glare on the iPad, so gotta fix it so I can read your comments. But so that you can still have light. I'll have to see if this works. I don't want this to be in your field of vision. Okay. Hey Bridgers, how you doing? I see you made it. Yay! How are ya? Okay. We're here. I think I've got everything organized and ready to go. And I think you're going to love this. This is just something to do with bleeding tissue paper and collage and paint. A whole bunch of stuff. But I've stumbled into something else and I want to share it with you. And I'm just having a ball. I am really just having a ball, and I can't wait to share this stuff with you. If you've been with me any length of time, you know we've talked about bleeding tissue paper. And the fun thing about bleeding tissue paper is that the color bleeds. So if you take red and use glue and water and collage it down, it's going to, if you keep brushing it with your brush, it's going to pull some red onto your painting. So it's fun to collage with, and especially Spectra makes this stuff, and they're good at it. Look at these colors. Aren't these just phenomenal? These colors. They're so bright. They're so wonderful. And what I typically do is these things will come in a big long package and they're all rolled up, and I'll typically take a pair of scissors and just cut it in right off. So I'm left with this nice small stack of all the colors. And this is a great place to start. And I want to show you a couple things I stumbled on. I'm going to start with these. Look at these colors. Wow. Aren't they great? And I'm just going to, sorry, I've got a cough drop in my mouth because I was coughing so much this morning I couldn't stop. Okay, so I'm going to cut. You can cut or tear or whatever. And I'm going to, I want to layer these somewhat strategically with this yellow. And I'm just going to tear some of this. Now remember, tissue paper is like newsprint and some other things. It tears really well one way, but not so much the other direction. Certainly something to bear in mind if you're trying to tear a certain sized piece or something. And all I'm going to do is kind of layer this. So I've got yellow, pink, red. Here's yellow again. Here's pink, red. Here's yellow. And what the heck? Let's throw in some of this. Oh, I like that color. Let's throw in some more. You see, I'm real precise. Very exacting and precise. I'm going to put that in there. I have this really great sandwich of paper. And I guess I could get it too thick. I shouldn't get it too thick, but there's one stack. All right. So now I'm going to put these colors aside for a minute. And I'm going to go to these beautiful colors. Look at these. I'm just going to leave these here for a minute. Big scissors. I'm going to cut these in miscellaneous. Let's see, that's folded. So this is a double. Lots of different blues in there. I want to open these up and I want to layer them like I did the last stack with different, these colors are kind of in the same family. They're blues and purples and things, but I'm layering them. Okay. Let's put a little white in there just for fun. To see what the white will do. Let's put some there and wrap it back around, put some underneath too. Okay. And we could go further, but this is good. You get the idea. I still have all these great colors. What I don't have are some greens, and I may come back later and do some greens. But anyway, you get the idea. Now, you've heard of Serendipity, right? I have accidentally gotten water on tissue paper before, and it sort of tie-dyes it. And I thought, hey, what if we did this on purpose, right? So last night, I just got my water bottle here, and I just started spraying as though I had spilled some water. You can see it starting to react here. See, it's already bleeding out. And if this is too thick of a pile, you can pick it up, spray a little bit underneath. You want to have enough water. Let's just flip that over. You need to have enough water that it'll soak through. You could even press down a little bit, encourage it to go through. Be careful, it'll turn you blue or red or whatever. So after a while, this is going to start to look really different. It's kind of like watercolors. And you guys know about watercolors, right? Hi, Johnny. May the weekend storm not be with you. Well, honey, I'm going to get probably a foot of snow here. But it's okay. I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it. Look how pretty these are, you guys. Alright. I'll put some water down there like I really mean it. Okay, now I'm going to set this aside. So, I did this last night. And here's my end result. This is what you get when you unstack them. I even did some brown last night. Look at this. Green on green yields results that are just amazing. I mean, look at that right there. Isn't that cool? And the funny thing is they're kind of the same shape because they were stacked. So you could do duplicate images. That looks like a face. Look at that. Blues and greens. This is why I stacked colors of the same family together. Now, is that fun? And you know what? It's original. You know, it's going to be one of a kind. Can't buy this anywhere. I see a bear. Maybe. Everything is like something else, right? Here's red, blue, purple, and pink. Now, this is fun to tear up and do stuff with. This is really, really just, it's just great fun. I love this. So, okay, so wet your bleeding tissue paper on purpose and see what you get. I had originally done this with just some red got on it, and it looked like someone had been in an accident. So I did the blue and green with it also. That's the other thing. You can redo this. You can do it as many times as you like until you get a result that that you like. Here's two that are alike again. Isn't that fun? More. There's just more. What do y'all think of that? Okay. So that's part one of what I wanted you to see. And now part two is this. What if we take this paper? I'm doing my what ifing. I don't know if V's in here. V's my what ifer. My what if art buddy. I like this one. It's very pretty. I'm particularly fond of that kind of thing. There was another couple one I liked. I want to do a couple of these to show you this technique that's new to me. Someone else may have done this, but I have not. Not until this week. Okay. There's quite a few that are very pretty. And we'll do yellow. Okay, so I'm now going to set this aside. The pieces that we sprayed a minute ago, they're over here drying as fast as they can. So we will take a look at those in just a few moments. And I'm here looking for my palette. Okay. A bunch of scraps there. I'll just set those down. Okay, so here's, this will do for a palette. And this is something that I put a little square of tape under here so this won't go away on me. And this is what happens when you forget to clean a brush from glue. Yeah, there's that. Live and learn, right? Okay. Now I'm going to get some, you know, I love the bright colors. Y'all know I'm a color hoe. So here's some of my Holbein luminous, this is luminous lemon. And here's, ooh, naphtha red. This is not luminous or iridescent, but it's a beautiful, beautiful bright red. Okay. Oh, let's keep digging here. See what we've got. There's black. This is pretty. This is Composed Blue #1. Put a little of that down there. I just love colors. They make me so happy. Okay. Wait till you guys see this. This is, I mean, you know, I get all excited in the collage world, and then something like this happens, and it just opens 22 more doors. And then I start to just kind of go nuts with like, oh my gosh, we could do this or that, or, you know, and I just can't. My head's going to pop. I just can't. It's too much. There aren't enough hours in the day, right? Okay, I'm looking for my, oh, Opera Rose is somewhere in there. Come here, you. I've got all the other colors. Well, oh, I'm going to need white. Got a new tube of white the other day. Yay. There it is. I think it's hiding. There it was. Last one, right? Okay. We've got a beautiful assortment of colors here. We put these up. You guys aren't saying much this morning. Is everybody okay? I hope everybody's all right. Excuse my sniffling and stuff. I'm just dealing with it. Okay. I use a lot of that because you know what? Kelly likes that color. It's my favorite color. Luminous. It's my favorite Holbein paint color at this point. Luminous Rose. I wish I could get it by the gallon. It's fabulous. Okay, now I'm going to get a little, sort of a little brush. I want to use one like this that I could maybe do little circles and things with. I'm going to take this paper. Hey, there's Deb. Hi. How are you? It's so good to see you here. Okay, I'm going to come in here with some of my favorite color here. And I'm just mark making. I'm just making marks. That's all I'm doing. And I'm doing it on this paper that we've sort of, this is that bleeding tissue paper that the colors run. And I'm just painting on one side. And I'm going to mix this with, I'm going to mix some of this with some red. And this will be really vibrant. And I might make a line here. I might make another line here. Anything, this is not perfection. It's not, this is for collaging. So anything goes. You really can't muck it up, okay? Just make patterns. Just make patterns that repeat. Deb, I've talked to you about patterns that repeat. When you put, even if they're not really great looking or very well shaped, if you do repetitive shapes and patterns, it takes on a very organized look at a later date. Okay, now this doesn't look like much right now, but just wait and see, because man, it's great. It's gonna be, you're gonna love it. Okay, so I'm making some nice orange over here. And I'm gonna do some, let's do some circles. The great thing about the Holbein paints is that the pigment is so great that it covers well. So I would hate to use a lesser paint on this and maybe have trouble getting the coverage. Whereas with this, I can sort of do one coat, and it's really nice. It does what I want it to do. So I'm going to put a little white in there. Bring that up just a notch. Now it's going to be a whole different color. Yep, it's kind of peachy. Peachy keen. There's another color. And your circles can be different sizes. The tissue paper does like to move on you a little bit. You have to sort of grab a hold and hang on. But anyway, I'm happy with these circles. They're cute. Back to pink here. I'm trying to find two dry places to hold. Okay, and now I'm going to just come in here and I'm just filling up all the spaces with repetitive stuff. Just want it to be some kind of a repeating pattern, okay? And I'm going to do like 4 of these with paint, and then I'm going to embellish further with the pen, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these in a collage. I'm going to show you how great they look when you actually put them into, incorporate them into a piece of work. I've already done some on a canvas, and so I have it ready to show you. I'm actually prepared for class today. I'm prepared for class. And I do like to kind of try and clean as I go, but it's not always easy to remember. Okay, here's blue and green and okay. This may not be your bag, but I'm going to tell you, I really, really love these colors. I really love the brightness, and I like that you can do random stuff, and it's original. And this is not hard either. Sitting here making polka dots, I call them poker dots. Not difficult to do. Kind of a fun little, it's just playtime. You just play. Make marks, have fun. Let's see, let's do squiggle. Squiggle. And the fact that we've got this sort of batiqued paper behind it, it adds a lot of interest. People go, wow, that's pretty cool. You can see the colors doing stuff back there. How about that? Now, while this is drying, I'll move this over here. I want to get into this baby blue I made, and I want to put some of that in here. Or maybe in here. So you can revisit these things and add to them. Just have fun. Okay. All right, one more here. Well, two more. We got two more here. Okay. Now this is, I want to go with the blues and pinks here. So I'm going to grab a little of this, come over here, make a little purple, little lavender. That's not showing up real well in the blue. Let's put them over here. Now I'm doing little circles because this is easy mark making, you know, but lines are good. Really, anything you want to do is fine. Whatever speaks to you. We're just getting some marks on the paper. Let's go with some lighter pink. Let's make a few. Just a few more dots here. Okay. Now I'm going to go straight opera rose. And I'm even going over some of my other marks, and that's fine. Here's some brightness. Kicking it up a notch. I hope y'all find that this is something that you can incorporate into your work. I'm really determined to collage this year. I've invested in art supplies this week, and I have a rather, for me, large order coming today. And I'm going to take advantage of this weather to camp out and try and do some new things. I'll have new things here to show you and share with you, and I'll be making demo videos for my YouTube because I've got almost 100 subscribers over there, and I want to just put some stuff up there too. Okay, so that's fun. By the time I get this yellow one done, some of these that we started should start to be dry. If they're not, I may take the hairdryer to them. They're almost dry. Thanks, Deb. It is fun. I like to, I like to watch them change. They sort of morph, I've really made a mess here. It's okay. All right, I'm going to go into this red here. Something's just telling me we need some red. I'm just going to do some other marks, something just different. That's fun. Half circles, crescents, anyone? Just different, right? Let's put some white-ish spots. I just want to make it bright and happy. That's sort of all I'm shooting for. And original. I like original. I've never seen anyone do this particular thing. I don't know if you guys have. I'm not saying I invented it. I'm just saying I haven't seen anybody do it yet. And I don't know if this is something that I'm sure it's been, I did printing on tissue paper with stencils, and I thought I was it's like I've never seen this before. I've never seen this. Well, then I started looking. Oh yeah, people have been doing this stuff, So settle down, Kelly. You didn't invent it. So, okay. So there's that now. Oh, there's a big blob of red. Okay. So it does bleed through the tissue paper a little bit, see? But I feel like if I keep a wipe here and just come in right after and wipe it, it's okay. It's doable. So aren't these fun? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets. This was the first one. Let's see if it's dry. It's got a few places on it You know what I could do to sort of hurry these along? I do have an idea. We'll just stamp with them. Okay, so there's just a few places that are still wet. I don't think this one's wet, but we'll try. You know, it's kind of funny. I feel like the paint on the tissue paper actually strengthens the tissue paper somewhat. It seems to make it a little more viable. Which, you know, when you think about it, tissue paper is not particularly sturdy. It's very, you know, kind of fragile. And,
I'm not sure I understand.
oh, my watch. I didn't ask you. Be quiet. Go to your room. I'm not sure I understand. That's because you're not paying attention. Okay, so I'm stamping with each one of these, and I'm enjoying the random marks that are coming from it. And this will help it to dry that much faster, maybe. I may even have to take a hairdryer to one of these. Okay, but that will make it go faster. I even kind of like this side. Don't you? I like them both. Okay. So now this will be something interesting for later. I kind of like that too. You could come in here and smear it. Have a good old time here. Just what if, right? Play, play, play. Okay. I'm afraid to turn on the hairdryer because I have bunches of little pieces of tissue paper everywhere, and I'm so afraid it's just going to blow everything everywhere. So I'm going to hold off on doing that just yet. I'm going to show you two things that I'm going to make marks with. A Deco Color Liquid Gold Opaque Paint Marker. Now this stinks to high heaven. It smells like spray paint, but the gold is glorious gold. This is the Liquid Chrome Mirror Effect by Molotow. I think it was Molotow. Yeah, Molotow.com. So there are copycats like this on the internet, but make sure it has the M, okay, for Molotow. You want to get this brand, because I can't recommend or speak of any other, okay? This is the only one I'm recommending here. All right, so now this is dry enough, I think, for me to play on here. So now I'm just going to come in here and make some little circles. Can you see that? I'm trying to move it so you can see it shimmer. This is a really great effect. Look how that gold shows up on that red. And again, it's just random mark making. Make what I call polka dots, stripes, sticks, lines. Love the detail. Again, trying to hold the paper so it won't crinkle up on me. Hi, Carol. How are you? To see what that does? That is just... Isn't that gold really fun? I hope I'm holding it where you can see it. There we go. Okay. And it's just random, random, random. So when you tear this later and make something with it, you'll have all these really great marks. Let's put some boxes in here. And we'll make a zigzag here. And some dots there. Okay. Alright, so I did the yellow one. Okay. And like I said, this gold does stink to high heaven, but, you know, it's very pretty. I can't wait to do this one. This one's dry. Let's do this one. This is going to be great. I don't think you should strive to make these just perfect. I think you should keep it loose and informal. And if you see there's a crooked circle, that kind of thing, do it that way. Let it be a little off. And, oh, Deb says she loves the gold. I do too. Let it be imperfect, you know. Let it be organic. Don't strive for absolute perfection, because then it starts to get painful. People look at it and go, I don't know. I want it to be loose and fun and have a flow, you know. What do you see we're going to do with this? Ha, 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 ha. It's just really, 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 really fun. Okay. And again, like I said earlier, I'm just repeating marks over and over and over again. And when you get a whole page full of these, it starts to look like you got something, you know. It's a, oh, look, you know. Let's see here. I do like the small circles a lot. Those are fun. Make a bunch of those. Now, if you do the ink pen on top of paint as opposed to just on top of tissue paper, it's going to show up better, because the paint is like it's like the surface is prepped. Tissue paper is absorbent and it kind of drinks the paint and it doesn't show up as well. So you see, I'm just having fun here, just wee woohoo. Okay, so here's two gold sheets. Now can you imagine now seeing all this? You think about, oh, ooh, think of the things we could do, right? Okay, I'm gonna put away the gold and break out the chrome. This is not just silver. This is liquid chrome, mirror effect. This stuff is like, it does look like glass. If you've shaken the pen and pumped the pen, this can be very pretty. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to put some blue in the center here, because this does better on top of paint as well. So I'm just going to make a circle in here. Okay, can you see that? Look how great that looks. See the reflection? It's just so much fun. Now this pen is not cheap, but I can't tell you how much fun it is. I've had more fun with this, and I've consequently ordered 2 more. Another one like this and a bigger one. I'm just gonna go to town here. Just making bunches of little circles, ovals. Okay. Isn't that fun? See, this will be a lot of fun to make something with later. Okay. This guy. Let's see. The silver is fun. Isn't that fun? And I said it's not silver, the chrome. Okay. And a couple of funny shaped little circles here. Certainly not perfect, very loose. Big, small, really big, really small. Anything. Just make marks. Get a little bit of shine on each one. Look at that. Isn't it fun? Okay, so now what I'm going to do, finish this one here. Oh, this one needs a little something. How about chrome and gold on this one? I'll do just a little bit. I won't make you wait while I do all of it. We'll just do a hodgepodge of both. It does want to move on me. I have to hold it. So this is silver and gold. I say silver, you know what I mean. Chrome and gold. The sky's the limit, y'all. You can just have a ball. I like the silver and gold too. And this doesn't look like much of a design, but when you get a whole page of it and you repeat it, it starts to come together. Looks a little better. Put my finger right in the gold. Okay. Oops. Okay. So we've made marks on all of these. Now I'm going to set this aside. Don't you think this is just how fun and easy, right? It's original, it's bright, and these will still bleed. If you collage with them, they'll still bleed and run, and you can layer them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now let me show you this. I'll show you what I made last night. Look at all of these. This is a little show and tell here. I got a lot of colors and a lot of great designs, great marks. I love this color paper. These pinks and such make me so happy. Like this, aren't they pretty? Just when I did green squares with gold lines. Oh, and I love this color. Oh my gosh, I love this color. And these are some scraps. I did some tearing and some making. Now this is a piece of sewing pattern. This is, you know, like you make a dress with. And I didn't put any gold on it. I just painted it. Here's silver and gold. A few more little scraps. Silver on the green, which is fun. And this one is a little bit dull, but I feel like there'll be something somewhere. It's because this is a dull red. It's not really a bright, pretty red. Okay, so now I would like to show you what I'm going to do with these, at least to show you. I may not keep this in a painting, but I'm almost hate to tear it. Feels like really nice, expensive, like Chinese or Japanese paper. Okay, so I'm making fish. So I'm going to tear this into the shape of a fish, and you can do a controlled tear by, you know, pinching it with your hand. And you know how to tear paper, right? So you hold it with your hand and you don't let it tear anywhere you don't want it to. And it takes a little bit of effort, but you can certainly do it with practice. I sat and did a bunch of these last night, and why am I not cutting them out? Because I feel like they're more organic this way and more fun. Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that. I feel like this is a more organic approach, and I really like how this looks. And you'll see in a minute when I finish tearing this one fish. Then I'm going to show you all the other ones that I've torn, and we're going to actually put a few on a painting. And look, this is not my thing. This is not all mine. This is I'm sharing this with you guys. If you want to do this, go do it. Have fun with it. Show me what you make. I want to see what you make. Okay. You see I made it. There were 3 sections with stripes there. So I tore the tail so that all 3 of those were included in the pattern. You see what I did there? That's a pretty cool fish, right? And then these, of course, get saved because these are just heavenly. And see, I have a bunch of those from last night. A whole bunchy. But so if you need an extra fin or an extra tail feather or, you know, whatever. These are beautiful little scraps and they're silver and gold and they're just, this is so much fun, you guys. Okay, so there's one fish. Now here's some more that I made. See, I'm prepared for you guys. I really had my stuff going on last night. Got a bunch made. Here's another little fish. That looks like African type fabric. Here's a long fish. Excuse me. Here's a little guy. I actually did quite a few. I kind of had a good time sitting down and tearing these out. These are fun. These are like minnows. They're very long. I did 2 of those. See how that worked? They look like slim, long, slim minnows. I don't think this is a fish. Or maybe he had a tail, part of a tail. I don't know. Most of them I did manage to get a mouth and some kind of a fin. Okay. Let's move this. So, I've got quite a few fishies here. I just think of Bert and Ernie. You're fishy, fishy. Okay. So, all that being said and done, now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fish. Okay, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, 10 fish. All right, so now I'm going to get these out of the way. And I'm going to pile these up, sort of, kind of, now that we've seen them all. They're so fragile, but I just love them. Okay, so now I'm going to hang on to these. Don't burp or sneeze because they'll blow everywhere. This is a canvas that I'm working on for sort of a random painting. And I collaged 3 fish on here last night. These 2 are similar with gold, and this one has gold. There's the one with the green squares. Can't see him too well. So what I may have to do is come in here with my paint and make that happen some kind of way. Let's see. I'm going to make a little green, blue-green. Here we go. So I can come in here and paint around him and make him stand out. Maybe green's not the right color. Maybe I need to go more blue. So we can work on this, see, and make him stand out. It's all good. But he will stand out when I'm done. I will make sure we can see him. And you know, the other thing I want to do is have some seaweed or some rock formations. I'm going to make this like an underwater scene, underwater world. This is just a 16 by 20 canvas, and I covered it with different colors of tissue paper the other day so I could get this texture. And I'll move it up here so can you see that texture? There's a bunch right there. The wrinkles in the tissue paper, they really bring that out. So, a little water, a little blue. So we could come in here and make this guy stand out a little more. could also, if there was a mistake with him, if there was something wrong with his shape, you know, we could come in here and fix him. But right now, at least we can see him better, right? Thanks, Deb. I'm just trying to honor the shape of the paper originally. Okay. I personally really like these colors. These colors are fun for me. They make me really happy. So this fish, I actually put a coat of my heavy gel medium on to see how the gold looked and how the gold lost its shine when I put the gel medium on. This fish only has glue and water on it. So if you want a lot of the shimmer and the shine to stay, you need to just, this is just glue and water that I've mixed up, and it's about the consistency of pancake syrup, maybe a little thinner. This is what I collage with a lot. But still, when you seal your painting, I don't know, the gold could change again, but you could come back with your pens and sort of just touch up and accent some of these marks. You probably wouldn't want to do them all, but isn't this kind of fun? And I'm seeing this as a rock. I'm seeing a little seaweed here, maybe. This is terrarium. Think of an aquarium, right? And most of the time, you would do your background before you know, put your fish in and stuff. But I just really love this whole process, and I think this thing of putting fish down is just going to be so much fun. And they can be going both directions. They can be Bridget wants to run her hand over it because she loves texture. You know, I had someone tell me that when I had some art exhibiting somewhere, they said, well, people came in and wanted to touch it. And I told them no. And I said, but no. I said, to me, I want my painting to make someone want to touch it. That's the ultimate, you know, that means it's a good painting. If somebody wants to touch it, that makes me happy. And I paint my stuff with a lot of paint, and I seal it, and it's touchable, you know. So anyway, so see, all my fish are going to have a home, and this may be too much. I don't know, but I do see a lot of possibilities with this, don't you? And you know, I could outline these guys. I could take paint now, and I could give them. Okay, let's do this real quick. Almost at an hour, so that's pretty good. This is not real small, but it'll do. Okay, so now you know how tropical fish are. They have all these great. They have all these great colors and whatnot. Don't you think it'd be fun to get into some of this rich blue and give this guy a blue eye right here? Just, if we don't like it, you know, we can always paint over it. But yeah, I like how that shows up. So we're doing contrasting colors. So, you know, these two fish are all warm colored. And now I've put that blue on there for the eye, and it's like, wow, it pops, you know. Now I would not put blue on this guy. This guy needs something pink or red. And it's not just eyes that we're going to paint on. I mean, we could paint on stripes, or we can further embellish with pens, or we can, you know, sky's the limit. That eye shows up, right? And you can come back with black and do little outlines, or you can, and the sky's the limit here. We can also paint little shadows of fish in the background. Fish that they're there, but they're not really. We don't have to tissue paper collage everything. So these can be in the background, little minnow babies. And that's a little bright, so I might come back with a little pink and sort of dull that down a little bit. But the whole thing is just have fun. Layers over layers over layers over layers, just have fun. And celebrate colors. And I might, so that these look relatable, I may take a little of this paint and put right over that tissue paper right there. Just darken that tail a little bit. Look what that does. See, you have the choice and the freedom to, you're in control, it's your creation. So you want him lighter, make him lighter. You want him darker, make him darker. It's your fishy. I'm going to do his little mouth and stuff too. See, I like him with the darker head and the darker tail. I kind of like how that looks. So do you think any of you will try this technique with the tissue paper? Is this something that you think you might want to do? I would love to, you know, if you decide to do it, I would love to see what you make. Be curious to see what you come up with. It's fun to see another person's interpretation of your process or your idea, you know. Love to see what you guys make. And then I could sit here and paint too much, so I need to stop. And I may not do seaweed or rocks. I may just make a whole thing of fish and just celebrate the fish and the colors that are behind them. And I'm thinking that may be the thing to do, because I'm liking this, just this stuff behind, you know. I don't guess if I did a rock or a cave and all that kind of thing, it might start to look kind of pretentious, but this way it's just whimsical and fun. Oh, Deb's gonna try. Good. This is, you know, Deb, this would be a really fun thing to spend an afternoon with the grandkids doing too, because I mean, they're not only decorating the paper, then they're tearing their own fish, and then they're building a painting, and it's just so I mean, it would take most of the day, but so right. Okay, so now let's get a little brush going here, and maybe this one. I'm just going to put some of this glue and water down. I think I want to put my little green fish down here. My minnow looking fish. I kind of like them. So in case you've not collaged before, collage is like making a sandwich. You have two pieces of bread and your stuff in between. So the first piece of bread on this would be the glue. This is the middle of the sandwich, the paper that we're gluing on. And then the glue that I put on top, that's the other piece of bread. So it's like a sandwich. And I want these guys to swim real close to each other, like they're keeping up. See, I didn't have glue there, and it didn't stick like it should. You have to get the glue down, and then come back and very gently just brush. Remember that tissue paper is thin, and it can, if you paint too much, it can also tear. So Deb says it would be a good project with great minds think alike, right? So see how this green is starting to bleed now? I can come up here and put some green in here. There's not much there, but there's a little bit. The more you paint, the more you pick up. It started to bleed a little bit from around the fish. So Let's see, and I could come in here and kick this color up a notch. I might know after I see the fish there, I might better know what color I want around them. I just want this to be bright and flowy, and I want it to look imaginary and fun. I want it to look like a place that people would want to be. This is the kind of thing that if I could do it, afford to do it, like make these and give them away, I would give them to like oncologists or doctors that have patients that come in and have to sit all day for chemo or something, and they could sit and study a painting like this, and it would provide, it would be a good distraction while they're having a process done or procedure or whatever. And it's the kind of thing that people appreciate when they're going through something like that. I told the health department I wanted to paint them some art because the stuff, she says, what's the matter with our art? And I was like, well, it's from 1972 for starters. It's freaking depressing, but I think she might have taken offense, but I don't care. I'm like, you know, if I'm going to bring you some, what do you care? I'm going to give it to you. You should be glad to get it, right? This would be just the kind of thing I would take. Now, I do have something that I wanted to try here that I've not tried yet. So this is new to me too, what I'm getting ready to show you. Let me get this. It got a little too pink on me. There we go. I'll soften that up a little bit. Okay. Gotta go, heading to doctor. Okay, be careful, be safe, have a good, I hope you have a successful visit. Dad, you gave me these. Are they pipettes? Pipettes. Looks like pipettes. Blueberry. I haven't really used them yet. Let's see if I'm smart enough to get one out of the package. So these are for, you know, you squeeze them and they just pick up. It's like a dropper. And Kathleen at Florence Thomas had given me, she wanted me to come up with a demo. This is watercolor ink, graphics watercolor ink. She wanted me to do something with it. And I was like, well, gee, I wish I had a dropper. I was like, wait a minute. Deb gave me those. Look. That really just picked that right up. And I can squeeze it and it'll come out again. And I'm wondering if I couldn't draw with it. Oh, look. That looks like water drops going sideways. Looks like little tadpoles, doesn't it? So see, this is, I'm what-ifing with you guys. Watercolor inks. Look at that. So they're translucent. And, ooh, you can see everything I had behind it. It's almost kind of like a glaze, isn't it? Let's add a little white paint to that. See what we get. I'm just making a big old mess here. Oh, what fun. So these are available for purchase at Florence Thomas Art School in West Jefferson. They have warm colors, cool colors, and then a set with all the colors, I believe. What fun. This has glue and water on it for collaging, and it's starting to dry. It's a little tacky, so I need to leave that alone for a little while, but I just love these little pockets of subtle color that we've managed to get into here. So all I would do is make this look a little like water. Just many layers, many colors. Have fun with it. Well, it's 11 o'clock, so I guess I should scoot along and let you guys get to your day. But if you do elect to make something, I'm wondering if I can wash this out. Or did it? Yeah, I can mostly. I'm going to try another color here while we're talking. But, yeah, Deb says it really added depth. It did. It's sort of, I'm going to see what else this does. I mean, I could stand the painting up and put some of this on it and let it sort of run, you know. Or I could hold it up here and splat. Ooh, that looks maybe too messy. Let's see what it does. Clean my brush. We could even do something like, well, let me put the lid on it first, because that, I know what will happen if I don't. We could even just take a paper towel and do some, experiment with some rubbing. Oh yeah, look at that little kind of purpley looking section. How about that? That's kind of fun. So I have lots and lots and lots of options for how to get my colors here. And that could be a lot of fun. And I really like that I went ahead and put the dots on for the eyes, because I feel like that's some extra pop that I wouldn't see until the end if I waited till the end, you know? So I'm just going to keep on here. I'm going to keep working for a little bit. And I'm going to leave the camera running, so if anyone wants to stay and just watch, they can. You're not obligated, and, you know, certainly don't feel like, you know, you have to. I'm on a roll here, and I've allotted some time for it, so I'm just going to do my thing. I think this guy would look good. Maybe here. Can't see him, though. I'm going to have to... Yeah, he's not showing up, is he? Here's another guy. I want to put these together. Oh, you know what I forgot to look at was the tissue paper that we stacked and bled. Let me pull that down real quick, just in case anyone's still here that wants to see it. Because I'm pretty sure that by now it's dry and it will have done its thing. And you saw me spray it, so you would know what. It's still a little damp, maybe. Let's move this. Okay, put this down. So let's unravel this stuff. I'm glad I thought to look at this. Now see, this bright red went red-orange, and here's more red-orange, and here's orange that went red. Oh, I love these. They look like big poppies or something. What fun. Here's that yellow that I incorporated. Do you see any possibilities? Look, there's a face. Ooh, flowers. Zinnias, maybe. That looks like a crab. Everything looks like something else, doesn't it? Okay. More just just really love this. Wow. These are so pretty. This is 2 sheets. So you see how that looks translucent right there. It almost took all the color out. I got it pretty wet. Okay, let's unstack the blues. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Here's a lilac. Got a little blue on that. See, this is inverted here. We've got blue with lilac, and here's lilac with blue. See how they inverted? Look at this beautiful blue. It's almost a periwinkle. Beautiful. This looks like one of those Sigmund Freud or ink blot tests, right? What do you see? Medulla oblongata. Pretty. Very pretty. And these will only get drier. Right now they're kind of wet. So, it's okay. But look how neat. That looks like a jellyfish. Everything looks like something, doesn't it? So that's quite a bit of paper that we sort of tie-dyed. Isn't that fun? Maybe I should take some of this and do a little piece of seaweed in there in my little picture. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything that's just talking to me yet either. I'll mull that over. But look, I have all of these little tie-dyed pieces. And here's a brown and green. This would be a good seaweed. All of these marked pieces. And this is just playing around a little bit last night and today. I have all of these things ready to go. And let's see, I think, yeah, here's even more of those. These are the ones that I had done last night. So, you know, just playing around with this stuff for a day or so, I have got the goods. I have got the stuff here ready to go. And remember, if you stack up your paper in similar groups, you can get similar results. Or different results, depending on just how you stack them, how much water you put on them, and you know, the whole 9 yards. So this is quite a bit of stuff that's all going to go into its own bag, because it's not going to go back in with the solid tissue paper, because all of this is tie-dyed or marked up. So, oh, I will. Thank you. You have a great day too. I appreciate you popping in, because I know you guys are really busy, especially getting ready for the snow we're getting ready to have. But anyway, it's always nice to see a friendly face. And I purchased a new wood carving tool. It's like a palm. It's a palm carving tool, and I want to use this to do some more moo carve. I want to do some more carving, and I may be sharing that with you guys next week. Not sure yet. Depends on what comes with all the art supplies that come today. JJ. Shh. So, okay. Well, my wood delivery is here, and the dogs are going to start barking, so I will sign off. Thank you all for being here with me. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next week. Take care.